Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Thank you very much for joining me. Here we have a PlayStation 5. Now, this is the PlayStation 5 that a kid brought in to the other repair shop. We were doing it for the other repair shop. And he paid with $1 bills. So he probably scraped all the allowance and all the dollar bills that he had to get his machine working again. So we replaced an HDMI port on it, and it worked when it left my shop. And the other shop is in California. It got to California, the technician over there plugged it in, and it doesn't display. It goes from blue light to white light, so it is turning on. You can put it to sleep and stuff. It is working, but it's not displaying anything on the monitor. So what happened? I received it, I plugged it in, and indeed it does not display anything. I inspected the port, because sometimes you have faulty cable, and that faulty cable, when the pins or something are mangled over there, it can break the port. But the port looks good. Everything looks good, but it doesn't work. So what happened? Well, today we're going to answer this question, but before we do, let's make some bets. What do you think this is? My bet is that we used a relatively early batch of Whiskey Tango on this. This was the first one that I used only true no clean flux Whiskey Tango, which doesn't contain any acids or anything like that. So it's very mild. But with PlayStations and game consoles in general, or GPUs and stuff like that, to actually use that flux, you need sufficient temperature. Now, if you don't have sufficient temperature, or the board like this one is designed to dissipate that heat very quickly, then you need something more aggressive. So usually what I used to do, I would use a King Bow flux, because it's a lot more aggressive than Whiskey Tango. But since then, I've developed a 559 formula, which contains citric acid. Not a lot of it, but enough for jobs like this. So my prediction is that once the console was exposed to different temperatures, it was a ground service, so it wasn't flying, but still pressure differences, temperature differences, and stuff like that. Plus, a rocking back and forth on the back of the truck. I expect that I messed up soldering. Not in the sense that it didn't work when I checked it, but the connection between the pin and the pad was so weak that I didn't detect it when I was pushing the pins. All of the pins seemed solid, but once it started traveling, and then perhaps a few insertions of the cable, and one of the pins probably disconnected. It was a poor connection. And the main reason for that probably was I didn't heat it up enough, or I didn't use aggressive enough flux. So let's open it up, let's inspect it, and we'll see. Maybe we'll replace the port altogether or resolder this one. Let's do it.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles.
Well, not the best advertisement for my Whiskey Tango flux, but I did mention that before I couldn't do it with just true no clean flux, no aggressive compounds. And that's why, you could do it, but you need much higher temperature. So if the board was on the preheater, then I could probably do it with Whiskey Tango. But for this kind of repairs, you need something a little more aggressive. And this is what happened. So let's go pin by pin. And we have loose, 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 and loose. Even the ground over here. Oh no, actually, the last one is good. Okay, so the ground, surprisingly, the ground is good. Oh, and there's one more there? No. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this one's loose too. But the ground is holding. So we have one pin that actually withstand the shipping. So the connection was so poor that, yeah, it did work when it left my shop, but probably the first time the customer plugged in the cable and just moved the port a little bit, they all detached and no more signal. So looks like I was right, and as a reward I get to fix it now. So what we're gonna use is the 559 formula with citric acid. It's my best compound yet. It's a little thick, so it's a little hard to squeeze from the syringe, but I have a solution for that. My next batch should be a little more runny, and it should spread a little better. But the flow is really good of this. So it's hard to squeeze, but once you squeeze it, it works pretty well. So let's position the board like so. Let's fix the focus again. There. So now, shall we put the needle on it? Let's put the needle on it. Actually, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat the board, because that's going to be a lot easier. Now let's squeeze some of this beautiful flux over here. Like so. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, now I think I'm gonna need more solder on this. That's what my gut is telling me. Because, yeah, this one's loose still. This one's still loose. Yeah, they're all loose. Yeah, there's not enough solder on the pads. So this would be easier if I just removed the port altogether, tin the pads again. That should be easier, but also more time consuming. So let's see if we can cheat it a little bit and just apply a little bit of solder to all of these. Like so. Of course they're gonna start bridging, but if they do start bridging, just put more flux on and it should go away. And if not, you know, just remove the port and tin the pads. But still, yeah, there's plenty of solder now, but well, not plenty. I still see I can put tweezers underneath the pad, so there is a possibility that it's not quite sitting right. Okay, plenty of bridges, and they don't want to disappear, but oh, and now this is, yeah, I think the port is just sitting too high. Well, here we are solid because there's plenty of bridges. Yeah, but I think the port is sitting too high. This was this the first time I tried with tinning the pads? I think it may have been. Or was it no, I think that was the second time. The first time it went well, I think, I'm not sure. So the problem here is that the port is sitting too high. So it's not even a problem of the flux, inadequate flux, it's a problem of installing the port. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna remove the port and I'm gonna install a new one.
I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Alrighty, so this was the only issue. I also put a little bit more of a liquid metal because I'm pretty sure I kind of swiped it maybe with my shirt or something. I also inspected the board for any liquid metal because we don't want it anywhere outside of the CPU, obviously. Now, not my best work, but I know what I'm doing wrong. So, well, feel free to point it all out in the comments, sure. But I know what I'm doing wrong. I just need to figure out how to do it more efficiently. That's pretty much it. Because this board will require heat, and it's not even that much about the flux. I didn't see a lot of difference between the aggressive flux and non-aggressive flux. It's just a matter of heat. And I burned myself a little bit because I had to keep my hand on the hot board, so not ideal. But we have a picture. Now let's move the cable a little bit in the back. It seems okay. I'm gonna keep it for one more day. So what I want to do, I'm gonna put it on the balcony, give it a little test. So it's gonna be a little colder. It's gonna be, you know, the nights are getting cold now, so I'll test it that way just to make sure, because I don't want it back again because it's all the way from California. I'm in Georgia, Atlanta, so shipping is relatively expensive, especially for a 15-pound console. But this is it. As you can see, sometimes we mess up. We're only human, but as long as we can fix it, it's all good, right? Alrighty. Thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate you. And I shall see you guys in the next one.